More Spin to Win Cup, more best of threes. Let's go. The group stage continues, and we are on Braxis, our first map in this series between 31 APM and the Beehive. On the left in blue, with an arrow build, we got Phoenix on the first map, Humph on Malthael, Phoenix on Vala on the first map. Humph is still playing Malthael though. We got Kati on Duranda, Inspector on Varian, and Gackel is playing Orphea. As over on the right side, we got Bedriel on Mephisto for the red team, Sua on Alexstrasza, we got Claudia on Junkrat, Danny on ETC, and Erde on Zul. So as it comes to the sideliners, we're going to have a battle at the top lane between Zul and Malthael, as down here at the bottom of the map, the traditional 4 versus 4 is going to play out. Again, team compositions are being put together by teams moving onto a website where they're spinning a wheel for every single role within the team, and then get a hero randomly assigned to that role, which means they still have a front line, they have their backline, they have their healer, but within those roles, essentially anything can happen. Also interesting, the choice of Vala, of course, going into an arrow build here, already predicting that she's going to fight a lot of battles outside of minion waves around those beacons. And then in addition to that, if you still go Monster Hunter level 7, that would be an indicator that they're also thinking about sneaking in a boss or two during the course of the game. Now obviously when we're talking about Braxis, there's a lot of potential snowball. Oh my god! Danny on ETC sliding away with 25 HP. So we're opening things up with a bit of a bang as 31 APM is starting to do some work here. The Beehive has to be careful in the 4-man, trying to slide in with ETC to get a kill, or at least trap up for it. This could still get pretty interesting, especially with Alexstrasza, of course, heading straight into Circle of Life. If she gets her globes together, there would be a lot of additional healing and sustainability on the lane for the team. But whoever wins this 4-man at the bottom of the map is most likely going to have a pretty decent chance here. Now up at the top, time will tell who controls the beacon. There's a lot of mobile heroes in team compositions that we would traditionally see on Braxis holdout for these quick rotations towards the top to put pressure on the solo laner. Nice attempt to go for Junkrat, but Varian is actually very low here as a result, and Orphea comes in and just slaps Junkrat hard. And that is first blood in this game. So the schoolgirl is hitting like a truck currently. I mean, obviously that is pretty transparent given that she's carrying all of the hopes and dreams in that coffin, and that's a lot of potential, you know, still in the coffin that is destroyed. So this hits like it's pretty hard, and she once again showcases it by moving in and dropping ETC, and also Alexstrasza. What the hell is happening with Cho'Gall here? Opening the game up essentially with a triple kill against the red team. Very nicely done, but then Junkrat. Junkrat with a big play, but it ends up with him dying as well because Orphea, even though a little bit surprised here, is reacting immediately. Still, a pretty cool play, of course, initially. So Orphea gets booped over, but then comes in and takes Junkrat down shortly before she dies herself. So it's now 4 kills to 1. Blue team, as a result, is also a bit ahead in season progress, and now sitting at 56 actually, with Malthael taking over at the top. Zul is trying to take that back, but they've already lost slots here. Oh! And he does actually contest it in time, so now all that Malthael has to do is sustain himself a bit. Even if he dies, they would still walk away with the objective, so totally worth it already. And there it is, bot lane is already mostly opened up. The Zergwave is going to travel through the top. Great stun from Duranda! The kill and the double, as Junkrat and ETC both fall. Very well done by 31 APM. I gotta say, right now, they are crushing it. That's 12 stacks for Vala. They easily defend that mini Zergwave at the bottom of the map that the red team is controlling. And at the top, it's just barreling through. Mephisto is trying to stop the onslaught, but the wall is already destroyed. The blue team still present with 4 heroes at the bottom of the map as they go for the first forward. And up here towards the top, this isn't looking too hot for this one either, so it's going to take quite a lot of damage. Vala indeed is going for Monster Hunter on level 7, so is currently eager to not only focus on heroes here, which really doesn't shock me considering how Orphea is just slapping the red team. So they are trying to control these mercenary camps as well with the help of Vala, just lock them in a little bit faster. ETC also getting crushed. The red team really hasn't found their strides in this game so far. They're trying to stabilize here and get a few counter kills too, getting close with Ophia here, but they've lost a lot of ground. The wall's destroyed on both of the forts. The one at the bottom of the map has barely any hit points left, and the one at the top has also taken a lot of damage. Now with the raw damage numbers, we have 16,000 for Ophia, which is essentially doubling what we are seeing from Mephisto here, who's the top damage dealer for the Beehive. More camps are now being taken by the side laners. Zul was busying himself a moment ago on the top right. Now we have Malthael working here though. And the red team is trying to force a couple of fights. They're focusing on Vala this time. Zul with the rotation is knocking her down. That should be a kill. It has to be a kill. They need to get something done here. But it seems like Phoenix is getting away. ETC low, and Ophia again with another massive play here. She comes in, gets a kill, looks for the double with the help of Varian. And this is just an utter disaster. Varian with Taunt, of course, locking one hero down after another. Now the fort is about to go down. Garen comes in, dies, but not before he kills Mephisto. So that's now 9 kills to 2, 1.5 level lead with the bottom fort gone, and up at the top, Mephisto, with the help of the camp that he took earlier, has taken out the second one as well. Huge dominant performance early on in this group stage match from 31 APM. And again, we're ending we're nearing the end of the group stage. We are going to have finals in every single group that we're also going to cover here. All of these final matches are going to be best of 5s between the number 1 and the number 2 spot within the group, and that will then determine which teams move forward to the tournament stage, the bracket stage, the final stage, the playoffs, so to say. And obviously for the Beehive, they would love to get some numbers in here too, but they are struggling in game number 1. So the big problem for them is that experience gap, because only half the level, 31 APM, is going to get heroic abilities. So they're trying to contest before that happens, before heroics make the difference here. Pushing for the camp, but they might have to let it go. Zul is still holding on to it a little bit longer. Varian with the final blow here. Dragon Queen maybe a bit late. They kill Ophia. At least somehow they were able to pull off here. Now Junkrat goes down too, maybe. Oh, they can't get Varian. But they might get Vala, and indeed they do. So Vala goes down. They got a few kills that helps them to close the experience gap to an extent. Now with the blue team having level 10 abilities and the objective popping back up on the map, this is of course going to get a bit tricky. Another Zerg wave of that magnitude, especially if you can maintain a level 10 advantage, would hurt them a lot. At least they're catching up a little bit. Once we have heroics for both teams, the dynamic is going to change significantly. And with a good Mosh, for example, Beehive could really bring this back. But they need some kills, and they are clearly struggling with this. And contesting, of course, the objective while they don't have heroic abilities is going to be tricky. Ophia died the most, 3 times, but she also did an enormous amount of damage and has so far contributed the most kills to the tally for the blue team. Alexstrasza, a little bit scared as it seems down at the bottom of the map, has not made a play for the objective yet, is now slowly moving in as the team has heroics now. That gives us, amongst other things, as expected, obviously the mosh pit. We also have now Consume Souls, and they, for now, deny the second objective to 31 APM. Now they already have an 84% progress, nobody can take that away from them. Here comes the mosh, and immediately the stun interrupt. Riptire's coming out too, the ult for Mephisto. Consume Souls is in, and Tyrande gets blown to pieces. Maybe now a chance to take Ophia down as well, and they get the kill. The comeback is starting, or is it? Because ETC falls once again, but the fight's not over yet. They're trying to make a move in for Malthael, and he gets murdered. Malthael is down. Last rights didn't go through, so no kill, no stack for the level 10 of Malthael. And now it's 12 kills to 7. All of a sudden, we are seeing the red team starting to catch up. Now obviously they lost a lot of ground in regards to structures. If they can grab an objective now though, push into it, maybe they can try and slowly crawl their way back into this. They have already 50% on the progress. Need to be careful now that the blue team is back up on the map with force. Vala has 31 stacks, that obviously is also playing a big role here. So it makes a difference when they move for either camps or even the bosses being made by the blue team. You know, gonna be pretty speedy about that. But a lot of the momentum that the blue team had is clearly now gone. And the attempt to bring the game back from the behind, but ETC, a little bit too eager here. Goes in deep looking for the Moshta to find it and gets killed as a result. Dragon Queen is out again as they're fighting for the beacon. And once more it is Gaggle on his Ophia that goes in deep, gets a kill, gets killed in return though, but it's an absolute slaughter. 4 heroes down on the red team side. The blue team loses Ophia, but the full 5-man wipe as Mephisto at the top right is also getting eliminated. 17 kills to 8 now, and this is going to secure a second objective for 31. Well, I mean, you kind of have to stay on the point until you really have it. This is going to secure the objective for 31 APM. 40,000 damage for Ophia, 32,000 for Vala. On the red team side, it's only Junkrat that can hold a candle to this. We have him on 30k as well. But the blue team is now going to move down to the bottom of the map, where the wave for the team on the left side is now going to push through, and they are clearly going to aim for a keep here. Top side, that's where we have the defense. Vala actually nearly dying here. Needs to be quite careful, but it's just dropping the arrows out, and so far things are looking good here. It could certainly be at the bottom of the map as well. They could have even decided to sacrifice some hit points top side just to make this more effective at the bottom of the map. The level 13 talent is helping them, of course, too. And now that we're having level 13 talents, we got the business symbiosis for Ophia, so a bit of extra synergy here with the level 7 talent, as they're now moving in for that keep. And so far, things are actually looking really decent. If they are pushing it here, they can certainly take that one out. They're moving in with Varian already, not using the taunt cooldown just yet, trying to line things up. And the combo is, of course, perfect for sniping heroes. If you get that taunt in and then Tyrande drops the stun and the Hunter's Mark, you can get those easy kills they've now been getting throughout the game. They will be looking for it once more. Mosh Pit is in, interrupt happened, but yeah, ETC goes down, Varian still alive. The Riptire is going to change that on the other hand. And that is the end of that. Varian is gone, both of the frontliners eliminated. 18 kills to 9, but the red team again on the chase, trying to bring this game back. They want their 6-5 out of 10 moment and go for the big comeback. And they're making nice moves, but we are still waiting for that one big play, you know, to turn things around. A big team fight victory, for example, would really help them here. But they have to somehow deal not only with that sniper combo around Commander and Varian, but then also just for that damage that comes from Ophia, that huge burst, as Vala is moving with the damage dealers from one camp to another now, trying to create some macro pressure against the red team. And the Beehive is under pressure, make no mistake about it, because right now we have catapults pushing against them. They don't have a fountain in the middle of the map anymore. So objectives are going to get tricky here. Boss is another factor that they have to account for too. They need to make sure that they see whenever the blue team makes a play, they're the more likely ones to make that move. But I believe once level 16 is in, we could potentially see that. Currently, that's actually not the case yet. But the attack is coming. So at the bottom of the map, they're taking the camps out. Red team move towards the top side, do basically the same thing. They're trying to alleviate a bit of that pressure that's coming in here. Vala is now sitting at 40 stacks on her level 1, so this is also a lot of damage. Really keep at the bottom, the rotation is better for the blue team. They pushed in farther. They're absolutely not afraid to go this deep, but they might be forced into a fight right now. They don't have level 16 just yet. So first power slide from ETC is already out. Varian is shielding the rest of his teammates and is always angling for that next spawn that could help them return it. Let's not forget, this is going to be a 5 versus 4. Malta is up at the top. So here comes the Riptire, moving in straight for Tyrande, who survives through it. 60 talents are ready. Immediately, Manticore for Vala, and she's attempting to turn it. Maltail on the move, taking the long route though. But the red team with a Mosh, hitting 2. Maybe this is the moment now, going for Varian and dropping him. And Tyrande is also in trouble and makes it, somehow makes it. As both Alexstrasza, ETC, oh my god. The entire team is getting murdered here. And it is another 5-man team wipe, as they're getting absolutely crushed. It started off well, looked like this might just be the beginning of the big comeback move, and then it turned against them. So it seems that we have a victory here for 31 APM as we move towards the score. Nicely done. Ophia takes top damage in the game with 58,000, and in this best of 3 series, it will be the blue team that takes the 1-0. 23 kills, 210, 2-level advantage right now as they make the easy play for the core. Jungwei can try and delay that as much as he wants, but he won't be able to stop it. So this is the lead for the team on the left side. 31 APM take the victory on Braxis Holdout.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Game number 2! And with that, we are straight up on good old Garden of Terror. On the left, after 31 APM, took game number 1. We have them now with Phoenix and Suljin. On Mal'Ganis, Kadi is playing Uther this time, so still has a stun available. It's not Tyrande, but with Uther, another potential follow-up here for any kind of setup shenanigans from Mal'Ganis, or maybe even Chen, played by Inspector 87 here. And we got Gackle on Medivh, so this is going to hinge a lot on how Medivh is able to protect Phoenix, how those engagements are going to happen, whereas on the other side, double trouble. We have Bedrill on Gal and Shua on Cho. So Cho'Gall is in the house with a pocket heal from Morales, played by Danny. Air is on Deathwing this time, and we got Claudia on Sylvanas. Not really too bad of a comp that they're currently running here, so this should be fairly interesting, especially Cho'Gall, of course. A huge question mark. Can they run him? Oh, Suljin! That is not a good start for the stacking. Suljin goes down right away. And we have some decent stacks for Medivh after the first fight, walking away with 6 already, but losing Suljin, who's essentially their main carry here, is kind of rough. Then again, Cho'Gall is dead, so that kind of makes up for it. This should be a wild game. The RNG has spoken, and Cho'Gall is in the house, so we'll see what the big fat ogre is going to be able to do now, but this could be a really, really interesting one. Suljin is obviously the one hero on the blue team side that's supposed to be the main damage dealer, the hyper carry, the one that really reigns supreme in the late game after stacking his baseline damage, and that is specifically true when talking about his performance against Cho'Gall. But Cho'Gall is actually not too bad on the big... Wow! Deathwing, apparently hungry, takes down the panda for a little snack, and that is a solo kill. Nice! But as I was about to say, Cho'Gall on a map like this, if you make it to level 20, which is most of the time given when you're playing Garden of Terror, is fairly useful because that cooldown reduction on the death timer is insane here. You can just move across the map, really do tons of damage to your opponent's structures, trade your life for it, and while the opponent tries to respond and move cross map, you're already back in a position where you can defend the hero. So there's a lot of shenanigans that could potentially go on after the Storm Talons have been hit by the 2 shots. If it comes to that, and if a team walks away with a lead, it's a different story, and time will tell. For now, Suljin obviously will be eager to see if he can maybe find a couple of fights. Cho'Gall moving in here to steal the camp is also interesting, going straight in for Kadi. Nice attempt for a kill with that grenade, but not too successful. The pocket heal has to hit pretty soon, or Cho'Gall is dead, and that is another kill. And even the camp is taken by the blue team. So I like the aggression and the idea to go for it. I think with a bit of better execution it might have been successful, but now of course they lost Cho'Gall twice. Everybody else is being chased down thanks to Medivh, and that's another double kill. That's 6 kills to 2 now, and a huge lead for the blue team. 14 stacks for Suljin, we have 26 stacks for Medivh. So this went pretty badly for the Beehive. I like that they were trying to be more aggressive, that they're trying to assert some dominance in the early stages of the game, but this clearly didn't work out the way that they intended. If they would have taken the camp and gotten the kills there, I think that lead might have been enough to really get Snowball going, but now they are fighting back from behind again, and that is not going to be easy by any means. Now they got the tools in their arsenal to deal with this, of course. There's also a bit of a question how exactly Morales is going to fit in with her level 10 ability. There's of course a few ways on how to approach the game right now, trying to play just full on macro around the opponent, with Cho'Gall doing lots of struggling damage there too. Suljin then again went into Arcanite access, so currently he feels pretty confident that he's going to stack his baseline quickly. He already accomplished 15 stacks, more than that, which means that he has now an increased range on his auto attacks too. So much easier for him to weave them in. And once that he hits 30, then he will have the double swing on his level 7. And that's of course going to guarantee him more and more damage, more and more stacks as the game continues and we see these big fights going. When we're talking about stacks, we still can't neglect Medivh, who isn't done with his quest yet, but he's sitting at 33 stacks, which is pretty big honestly. Cho'Gall had a dominant performance on Via in game number 1 and is now playing another mage, but Medivh can be pretty hit or miss. So after the first seed went over to the blue team, now we are seeing the second one being fought over. Deathwing with a superhero landing coming in from above. They're playing for Sylvanas here, trying to get the kill. Morales with the pocket heals. Where's that healing beam? Comes in too late. Chen gets the kill. Sylvanas is down. And that's trouble brewing as Cho'Gall is once again getting focused straight away here. And might die. Suljin is just whacking away. He's getting so many stacks out of this too. Another kill against Cho'Gall. Oh, and boy is this hurting. That's 9 kills to 2 now. A second seed for 31 APM. And to make matters worse, Medivh is nearly done with his quest. He needs a single connect and he is going to be finished. No chance to drop him here. Gets a little bit greedy, drops in front of the tower. Totally fine still, connects it. And before the 5-minute mark, we have the baseline quest completed. And Suljin, as already pointed out, is sitting at 25 now. So that's pretty strong too. Unless the level 10 abilities change the dynamic once again, the Beehive will be in a world of pain here. One more seed, and I believe honestly that the next one that they have to fight for will happen when they're down a massive, massive talent here. 30 seconds, that's enough time for the blue team to lock in their level 10 abilities, and the Beehive has just no chance. No chance of getting to 10. Now, Suljin completes the baseline quest. That means he has the double swing on the Arcanite axis now too. Kill against Chen would go a long way here. And the shield from Medivh. Can he get out? Oh, and the answer is yes. Suljin though, yeah, he walks away from this. Has his ult now too. If worse comes to worse, he can still come in and pop that quickly. We have a Divine Shield now, which makes it, of course, even harder, even properly applied, to take Suljin down. And he is stacking those hits now with his level 7, with the Arcanite axis, with the auto attacks. Cho'Gall again in the focus here. The ley line hitting 3. Teeing them up for a potential kill. They want to go for Cho'Gall. Bit split here as they're moving in for Sylvanas, who is begging for the cooldown return on her way, but she doesn't get it. Suljin gets the kill. He's sitting at 39 stacks now and is also adding them up slowly on his level 7. The seed is up, and this is going to be the first objective for 31 APM in the group stage. Big, big splash that they're currently making here and really putting their stamp on at least this series and also their position within the group. For defense, we have the heroics on the side of the Beehive too. Now they're looking at Twisting Nether. We got Bellowing Roar for Deathwing, Hammer of Twilight for Cho, and Wailing Arrow plus Stim Drone for Sylvanas and Morales. But how much damage will the red team now take? They're still getting pressure. Obviously, those big Garden Terrors on every single lane right now. Stun comes through, Cho'Gall gets hit hard. And here comes the Stim to try and get him to safety. Cho'Gall moving out, gets the big heal. At least didn't die here. But Suljin, oh, the stun chain with the Garden Terror, and that's a kill again. Big hits by Suljin, 44 stacks now on his baseline, 21 on the Arcanite axis, and the damage numbers should reflect that too. He's top damage in the game, pretty much doubling the damage of anyone else in this game. Has 30,000 and it is getting worse. Top side fort has been destroyed. Middle fort is gone. The fort at the bottom of the map now also getting attacked, and definitely is not going to be enough to protect us. Every single fort lost on the side of the Beehive. This is a huge, huge problem. Tall order to bring this back. Late game Cho'Gall might just be enough. Shudrill is still running around. Has a skin too. I mean, everything is ready for them to probably shine here, but it just hasn't happened so far. Medivh, second highest damage dealer for the blue team. Uther is the one that has the lowest damage now, actually battling for the lowest number with Chen, who's sitting at 6,000. Even Morales in 5,200, so the exact same amount that Uther is currently bringing to the table here. But little 13 Talons are by now ready. Again, they're invading the space of the red team, are coming in here to steal some of the camps away. And now, again, the ley line set up for Medivh. And in comes the kill against Morales. Yeah, they learned a lesson here. Mokus, Morales, all day, every day. You just Mokus. And then Morales goes down, and that is all of those nasty heals gone. So they lock in kill number 13. 13-2 at this point. Chen already in the middle, trying to work down the wall a bit with the help of the catapult. Siege Giants are being claimed too. They're 2 levels ahead now. The next seed is spawning. And they're moving in for Cho'Gall again. With Suljin being happy to just get more stacks here. They get the kill. Sylvanas down. Cho'Gall makes it out. But it is just kill after kill. They pick them up wherever they want. And for the red team, it's of course a massive blow. They came into map number 2, eager to force the 3rd one. Then invaded the opponent early on, and that already backfired. From there on out, it was just rough. The CC is too strong. Mal'Ganis with the setup, the immediate follow-up, and Cho'Gall gets murdered as Chen dies for a good cause, dives in deep, dies to the towers, but still makes the kill. And that's, of course, all that they really needed. A nice 2-for-1 as they take down Morales first, then they go for Cho'Gall. 17 kills for the blue team at this point. 54 stacks for Suljin. I mean, he's insane already. Guys, we're at the 10 minutes. 10 minutes in, and he's already at 54 stacks. 33 for the Arcanite Axis. They're just cleaving through the red team. And the only thing that I really see, I mean, there aren't even talents now, but the only thing that I really see is trying for somehow a battle with Cho'Gall executing a nice combo. It's going to be tough one way or another. Sylvanas is trying to get some experience in a mercenary camp at the bottom of the map. Blue team pushing through the top now, taking the wall down. Suljin with 40,000 damage. Here comes Deathwing and the Wailing Arrow. Nice silence, maybe now an opportunity. Nice conversion from Mal'Ganis, gets even the sleep out, willing to sacrifice himself for the good of the team if he really has to. Medivh miraculously makes it out of the fight with low HP, but with his ley line is helping Mal'Ganis. I think Mal'Ganis would have been able to get away anyways, but as it stands, Medivh is playing it safe. That's a tough one. Gall's damage is slowly ramping up here, and with Cho'Gall it's always the same. Once that he starts to go more and more into the late game, that he's getting pretty strong. He's getting pretty impactful, but considering how much the blue team has already destroyed in regards to structures, this is going to be a tough one either way. 1.5 levels have to be bridged by the Beehive to make sure that they are getting their own level 16 talent. But I like moves like this. They move in and they're taking down the top side fort. The problem is it costs them a lot of time, which the blue team uses immediately to move down to the bottom of the map to try and take down the wall. They've executed a similar play on Brax's holdout already. Morales with Medivh, after talking about this in the earlier stage of the game already, might have been an option here for them to make a few sneaky plays across the map. Would have given them just overall more mobility. But now they have to fight back. Again, the ult out for Suljin. Leyline gets used. They're trying to kick Cho'Gall. And protection with the shield against Phoenix. But Mal'Ganis falls. Finally another kill for the red team. And they're diving deep for another one. They want the kill on Chen. They get it. And they are going to get Suljin too. They're going to get Suljin. It's going to be a triple kill. 3 heroes down on the blue team side. It's a comeback attempt. Suljin with tons and tons of stacks. Still a threat. But these are exactly the kind of moves that the Beehive needs in order to bring this game back slowly. They took the fort out at the top. They won the team fight. Now the push into the middle with the help of Sylvanas, disabling the structures. We have level 16 talents. That gives us the lead orb. We got the first responder on Morales. And of course with Molten Core also a lot more survivability now for Cho'Gall as they are moving in to take another fort down. They want to try and draw even, if possible, with the opponent when it comes to the destruction of all of these forts in the middle of the map, and they're at least able to destroy the mid lane one. Now, there's another 2 seeds already in the hands of 31 APM, meaning they have now got 5 in a row, but this one would have given them another objective. The Beehive is able to deny that. They pick the seed up, they steal some camps away, and the blue team is now trying to, of course, stabilize them. That last fight didn't really go too well for them. They lost a few heroes on the chase. They didn't overplay that card too heavily. Tried to delay the aggression in the middle slightly, but also didn't want to risk any of their heroes dying there. So now they're back with 5 on the map and are trying to make those plays. Leyline comes out, but again, the push for the key potentially. Leyline is out, red team slowly moving back here, and the CC is really a problem. We have Morganis engaging, setting it up, the stun from Uther, Leyline from Medivh, and then always that keg play from Chen to isolate them further. So the red team needs to be careful with these battles. And if they can pressure Soldier as the damage dealer, it's going to be much easier for them. But he's at 53,000 damage right now. Easily the top damage on the team and in the game. But Cho'Gall has done a lot too. So another seed is up, and if they don't want to face off again another set of guard terrors, they have to fight now. Already the Wailing Arrow, nice, trying to go for Morganis. Chen is also low, Sylvanas is attempting the kill, and at least Chen should fall here. Goes for the keg, Medivh gone, Chen gone, it's a double kill for the Beehive. Comeback, baby, here we go. Can they take Morganis? Cho'Gall is right there, but the Divine Shield from Uther. And now he's all alone. Where is the support? The Volkor is in. Morales needs to get that heal out, and they can put Zul'jin into a corner. This is going to be a follow-up kill. He doesn't have his level 20 yet, obviously. So they get kill number 9. Nice. They are... Look at the experience. They're closing the gap here. It's now 2 seeds to 2. They push for the top side keep. It's a huge attempt at a comeback for the red team. The Beehive wins game number 3. They have Deathwing at the bottom of the map to secure the keep that has taken lots of damage. But now up at the top with only 2 defenders left. Cho'Gall, Sylvanas and Morales, they take the keep down. And just like that, even though they have just half of the kills of the blue team, the Beehive has taken the lead in structures, and it's also taken a small lead in experience. Late game Cho'Gall, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. But we still have this damage monster Zul'jin on the blue team side, and he's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. So, Leyline is out again. They're trying for Sylvanas. Sylvanas already moved back. She's low, and she's dead. Sylvanas down. We have a counter play for Chen. They hope for the counter kill. Couldn't get it so far. Cho'Gall with lots of damage. The keg play against Morales. Morales is low. Chen is still alive. Dies, but after Morales goes down, so there's no sustain anymore. It's a 4 versus 3 versus 2 essentially, with Cho'Gall accounting for 1. Deathwing with attempted damage here. Molten Block already out, but this is really tricky. Uther is still available for a stun. He has them heals, and now they're moving in for Cho'Gall, and he is about to die. He gets the damage out, but Cho'Gall is gone. Deathwing should be able to escape here, but it still means that another objective gets claimed by 31 APM, and of course it results in more garden terrors. The keeps are gonna be in trouble here. The good news for the red team is that at least 2 of those garden terrors spawn all the way over on the left side of the map. But the blue team is pushing in for the top lane anyways. The keep is already exposed, so they see an opportunity. Teams are both on level 20. That gives us Twilight Frenzy right here for Gall. And Cho goes into Clune's Gift. So no cooldown reduction. No cooldown reduction for Cho'Gall on the death timer. That is actually a huge problem. That's a massive problem. I think that might have been one of the few things that could have potentially turned the game in favor of the Beehive now that they've lost the last fight in that objective. They need to eventually start trading. They're more afraid about the immediate situation here, it seems. We're 17 minutes in now. 78 stacks for Zul'jin, and with the top keep gone, the pressure play for the middle and the bot lane is now in full swing, and at least at the bottom of the map, it seems that the keep is going to fall here. Deathwing is trying to stop it. Doesn't look good for them. They're going to lose a lot of structures, and Deathwing already moving straight back into the middle as the catapult down there still doing damage. Keep still standing, for now at least, but in the middle, the fight could decide the game. So at this point, Chen is low, so is Deathwing, already moving back out, or barely makes it, but this keep still standing. The catapult at the bot lane was not enough to take it down. Cho'Gall all the way up at the front, Zul'jin with more and more hits. It's insane, honestly. 81 on the Arcanite Axis on level 7, and nearly 100 at this point with his baseline. The damage numbers out of control, but Chen is the first one to fall. The blue team is losing heroes here as Cho'Gall with the stim drone is marching forward again. They go for Mal'Ganis. Sylvanas went in deep, too deep, gets a stun, is super low, gets some heals and protection, but still falls. And Cho'Gall just doesn't seem to be able to get the kill here. They're going again for Zul'jin. He's so low, but Uther brings another stun in. Here comes the portal, and Zul'jin is safe. Great plays by Gaggle on Medivh. Morales gets eliminated, and boy is Cho'Gall now alone again. That's kill number 25 for 31 APM. Zul'jin nearly the 100,000 damage now with hero damage, and they can take both of these keeps out, if not the core. They try to go for the 5-man team wipe as they're focusing straight on Deathwing. He tries to get away and is barely able to make it to the Nexus. But the world is the blue team's oyster at this point. They try to go for the core. All of the keeps are low. Could have taken them here, but they see an opportunity to go for it. And with Zul'jin just hammering away like a madman, I don't see how they can be stopped. He's still totally fine. The shield is already gone. The core is slowly getting dropped behind hit points. This could be the 2-0 victory. Deathwing, the only defender. It's not going to be enough. It's a 2-0 W for 31 APM as they solidify their position in the group with this victory over the Beehive. GG and well played.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.